Welcome back, everybody. So before we get into today's topic of nutrition, I just want to touch base on the fact that the Irrational South has been cancelled. It was the next race I was planning to do. It would have been 15 weeks and then another 200 miler since the Delirious West. Obviously that's not going to happen now, so like everybody else that's out there at the minute that's had races cancelled, kind of wondering what to do with my training, how to maintain it. My take on it is, guys, all that training, don't feel like it's gone to waste because it's in the body remembers it. Try and look at when your race has been rescheduled to, come up with a plan to maintain your training. You can hear I'm still training my heart rate. Come up with a plan on how you're going to maintain your training and your fitness, and then start building again whenever hopefully things get settled down. Obviously everybody that's out there that's affected by the coronavirus at the minute, my thoughts go out to everybody. So look, jumping back into the fourth topic, which is nutrition. Obviously we had low heart rate was the number one, we had gear, which was the number two. Last week we had the planning, which was the third, but this week it's kind of into nutrition, which I think is probably it's definitely an important factor to a successful race. Is it as important as the previous topics? I think it goes a long way till it can certainly make the difference between a good race and a struggle or not finishing. I know a few people that has had stomach issues this year and didn't get to finish the race because of it. So obviously you see me starting to stop today because still hot up here in the Pilbara, and yeah, still telling myself I'm in recovery mode, and I've got pretty used to figuring out when that beat's going to happen. So not really going to be a normal nutrition thing, eat this and eat so many calories a day. There's lots of them videos out there, guys. What I will say is it's recommended you aim for, depending on your size and your kind of metabolism, recommended between 150 and kind of 200 calories, 300 calories max an hour, because they believe that the body just can't process any more than that. So that's what I try to work off. Personally, I try to eat small amounts and often, so it's not giving me issues. So every 15 minutes on kind of quarter of the hour, half hour, 3/4, and then the hour mark, I always try to shovel in a little bit of something, whether it's energy bars, sweets, crisps, gels, fruit, whatever it is. There's a lot of things I eat. And then my strategy for especially the ultra running, where it's kind of a long all day thing, or multiple days, or definitely multiple hours, where you can take in some more real food at the aid stations and sustain yourself that way. And that's certainly kind of the one thing with the nutrition that I think I got right this year, was I had a good balance between, I went back to taking the odd gel, energy gel, and the energy bar, just because it was an easy way to get calories in, and it was an easy way to take in something different whenever I really didn't feel like eating, or didn't feel like kind of getting anything down. Because after 10 or 12 hours of eating anything, you kind of get sick of it, and you kind of, you just want a break. So at the times where I really didn't feel like I was wanting to eat anything, it was a good way to get 100 calories or 90 calories or whatever a gel is, scored it down, and just keeps them topped up. So that worked really well for me this year. But I think the most important thing comes to nutrition for certainly anything more than a 100k, maybe even a 50k upwards in terms of ultra running, is you want to be eating and then running. I don't know if a lot of people that have the stomach issues do this. Maybe they do, maybe it's not, but what I find is nobody really wants to run on a full stomach. Nobody really likes that feeling of, oh, I've just eaten, now I have to go out and run. But unfortunately, if we're doing a long race, you get to an aid station, you shovel some food in, and then you gotta go again. So you've got to get up, you got to start pushing yourself to actually get out and start moving again. So that's what I did last year in training. Come home from work, grab the dinner, straight after dinner. Yes, it would be easy to run out and go before dinner and not feel like going, or get it out of the road so that you're not carrying that heavy stomach around. But I have found that eating dinner and then running straight out gives me the kind of sensation of running on a full stomach. It also gets my body and my digestive system used to running with, you know, calories in it, so that I'm obviously burning it down. That and the low heart rate training, which leaves that I'm not stressing the body enough to kind of cause another issue as well as eating and trying to digest the food. My nutrition worked really well this year. Now, everybody's different in terms of their diet. You're obviously going to taper your nutrition training with your diet, whatever you're eating. Personally, and as I say, this isn't a video about this is the best to eat, this is what you should be eating, anything like that. I eat a lot of dried fruit, nuts. I make my own kind of protein nut balls, which work quite well this year too. Extra bit of protein in them, which just meant my body was getting protein as I was doing the race. Made them, had them close by. I do the rubbish thing as well. The lots of sweets, or lollies as they call them in this country. I do lots of sugary stuff. I do Coca-Cola this week. Whenever I am kind of really hitting the wall and need that extra kick. But I also do then, as I say, fresh fruit, nuts as well. So kind of my favourite fresh fruit is kind of orange slices. Really good, really taste the mouth. And apples, things like that. So it's just cut up and ready to go. So that's the things that I like. I'm obviously plant-based, and that's come on a long way this last few years, the old vegan diet. Some of the things I really enjoyed this year in my 200 miler, probably the things that stand out most for me was the hot salted chips I got at Denmark, I want to say it was. The girls got me some in a box, and oh, they were gorgeous. In fact, it was the one after Denmark, because I took the box with me because I didn't want to leave it behind. And they were delicious, the salted hot chips. Just something totally different than I had been training with for the last 2 days. Vegan ice cream, coconut ice cream, coconut yogurt. Wow, something nice. Lots of calories in it. Lots of calories in the ice cream, of course, full of sugar. So that really kicked in. But again, I think the biggest thing from a nutrition point of view, and what I've trained over the years with, is that I can pretty much shovel anything in my stomach, train at the same time, and it kind of holds up, and I haven't touched wood, ding ding, to this part of my endurance this last 10-12 years. I've never really had any GI issues throwing up, being sick, anything like that, regardless of the lovely heat or the stress I'm going on. So look, as I say, not so much of a video, this is what you should eat, this is what you shouldn't eat. I'm a firm believer in you should train the way you're going to race. If you train as you're eating and running, obviously your long runs, because let's face it, there's very few long runs we can get where you're going to get to the point where you're stopping for a dinner or anything like that, pizza or anything like that. So unless you actually eat it before it and go straight out after it, it kind of mimics that feeling. And yeah, that's my little bit of advice for nutrition and running. What I will do is, I had a shopping list before the race of things that I kind of was buying for just to have. I will probably put that down in the descriptions just so you can have a look and see what does Glenn actually eat while he's running 200 miles, or what does he take with me. Stick that down there and hopefully you get something from it. So as usual, thank you all so much for watching. If you've got something from this video, hit the like button. If you have been watching this video and you're not a subscriber, you don't want to miss any more good tips, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, go ding, and you're gonna be getting all the latest videos. One last thing, what are we, the 22nd today, probably be the 25th maybe by the time this video goes out. So only a few days left to actually hit that subscribe button, leave a message on if you'd like to be coached, what you're training for, what race you were hoping to do. Obviously all the races are up in the air at the minute, but coaching thing still applies, guys. So if you'd like to be in with a shout, leave the comments in below, and yeah, end of the month we're going to draw a lucky person and do the same for the next 2 months. So I am going to go and start running again because my heart rate's just about low enough. From the lovely sunny Pilbara. Glenn, your mood seems a bit better today. I know, everybody that stayed behind to watch this last little bit, I'm going to let you in this secret why my mood's better today. Because today is Sunday, and after 3 weeks of the lovely Pilbara, I get to go home and see my family on Wednesday. Yes, and I can't hide my excitement. So, to the next time, chat soon, be safe, wash your hands.